Samantha, did you leave early without permission again? I told you before that we have a meeting this afternoon, didn't I? You haven't even submitted a request for leaving early. It's not acceptable. Please, come back right away.
Oh, I can't. I've already arrived home. Lori, you're always acting like a senior, so you should be helpful at times like this.
What do you mean?
Submit a request for leaving early on my behalf.
You want me to apply on your behalf? I don't know the reason of your leave in the first place. Since last week, you have left early 5 times without notice, haven't you? It's not an unavoidable reason, such as illness, so I can't accept it.
Don't be so hard on me. Besides, this time it was unavoidable circumstances.
What kind of circumstances?
My live-in boyfriend said he was going to collapse from hunger, so I had to rush home and make him lunch.
Why don't you just let him cook it himself? That's not an acceptable reason for leaving early without permission.
To tell you the truth, I'm not feeling very well either. I was trying so hard to make out with him last night that I couldn't sleep until the wee hours of the morning. I'm really sleepy and my body feels tired, so I'm leaving early. I already left.
Bragging about your boyfriend is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away.
Oh, Lori, don't be so crabby. Just because you're 41 years old, single, unattractive, and will never get married, I think it's wrong to be so hard on me who can get married in my 20s.
That has nothing to do with it. I just want you to be a responsible member of society.
You're jealous of me, aren't you? You have a reputation for being nice to other employees, but all you do is complain about me.
That's because you are always doing things that make me angry. In addition to your repeated tardiness, early leaving, and unauthorized absences, you're often away from your desk during working hours and you dump your work on others. I've received complaints from a number of people that I need to do something about it.
That's because I'm a new employee and I don't know what I'm doing yet.
It's been almost a full year since you joined us, right? Your peers are already on their own and working hard.
I could do that too if I put my mind to it. I'm actually very talented, you know. Isn't it the company's fault or you, my mentor's fault for not knowing how to handle me?
Oh, I see.
Well, it's just for now, so will you forgive me? Our wedding is next month, so our feelings are at their climax. I can't stop myself from wanting to be with him every minute. I'm going to make love to him now, so don't contact me again today.
I'll keep contacting you until you come back to the office.
You're tearing us apart from this lovey-dovey relationship?
Your lovey-dovey talk is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away. How many times do you want me to say it?
Come on. I'm sharing my happiness with you. This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women.
Your lovey-dovey talk is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away. Shall I save the sentence as a template and send you the same text message continuously until you understand it?
Okay, I understand.
And by the way, in company-related places and communications, the basic rule is to use polite language, regardless of each other's age or position. Please keep your private life and work life separate. And please, don't make me say this again and again.
I understand. I'll get ready and leave the house now.
Understood. The meeting starts at 3. Please hurry as much as you can.
Hello, Lori? You're always so strict about my late arrivals and early departures, so why haven't you come to work yet? Maybe you're late? Did you oversleep? Oh, because you're a 41-year-old single woman and don't have a boyfriend who wakes you up in the morning when you oversleep, huh? I have no choice but to report it to our boss, right? I'll tell the boss that Lori is a sloppy 41-year-old single woman who overslept and is running late in the morning.
Hello, Samantha. I'm sorry for interrupting the excitement, but I've been at work since this morning.
What are you talking about? You haven't been at your desk since this morning. You're late? There's no excuse. We're in an office-based department, so you can't use an excuse that you're on your way to your client.
Oh no. Perhaps you haven't seen the notice of personnel transfer?
Personnel transfer?
I've been transferred to the marketing department starting today.
What?
I brought all my stuff around my desk here. Didn't you notice?
Seriously? Oh, true. Everything is gone except for the computer.
That computer is going to be used by a new mid-career employee who will be here next week. I mean, it's to be expected that you didn't see the notice of personnel transfer. No one told you about it, huh? Not having someone to correct your mistakes is pretty critical in performing your job.
Shut up! Don't get too confident just because you're in the marketing department. You're a 41-year-old single woman. You're cheeky.
I'm not getting too confident, and age has nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying that a hag like you is getting carried away by transferring to the prestigious marketing department. It's a popular department with good-looking men. It's a department where pretty young girls like me should be selected for. If I'd known you'd be chosen, I would have done everything in my power to stop the transfer. I would have blocked the transfer.
This personnel change was announced about 2 months ago.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, is that all you wanted to say?
Oh, let's see. Yes, it's my wedding this Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Congratulations.
I didn't invite you, Lori, but I thought I'd invite you to the after party. Make sure to bring a handsome young guy from the marketing department. After all, a wedding for a young pretty girl like me would look better with a young, capable, good-looking guy, right?
I don't like that. It's kind of vulgar.
Why? I'm not trying to fish for men at the wedding. I have a boyfriend I love. Duh.
I mean, I can't go because I have plans. Actually, I have a wedding on that day as well.
Huh? Is that wedding more important than my wedding?
Yes, it is. That's why I can't go. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Are we done? Well, then I have to go or I'll run out of time for lunch.
What? Wait, seriously. Why is she attending my wedding in a wedding dress? That's beyond insane. I don't get it. It's gross. So gross. This is why she's a 41-year-old single hag who can't get married. She said something about having a wedding today. I thought maybe she was invited to her friends' or relatives' wedding, so I just brushed it off, but don't tell me she's trying to take over my wedding. Is she trying to steal my young and handsome groom? He's a high spec, so I can understand why she'd want to steal him, but I will never let my groom taken away by a 41-year-old single hag. This harmful hag needs to be exterminated as soon as possible. This is serious. I have to do something before my wedding starts.
Samantha, you suddenly ripped up my wedding dress. What on earth do you think you're doing?
It's a pest extermination. I exterminated the vicious old hag who was after my groom. I ripped up your dress. You can't show your face in public anymore. Well, your face is not good enough to be seen in public anyway. Who do you think you are, putting on so much makeup just like a bride? Makeup on an old face just makes me want to throw up, and it doesn't suit you. Go home in your shredded, vulgar outfit in disgrace. You know, a 41-year-old single hag is a loser. You should dress ugly like a loser.
That's not an explanation.
What? You still don't get it? This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women. You're crazy to attend my wedding in a wedding dress. Well, I didn't invite you, but you still came. So you were going to get into my wedding party with the intention of stealing my groom, weren't you? You wore a wedding dress, thinking you were going to be the bride instead of me. I was just trying to sanction this insane old hag.
It was just the same venue.
Huh?
I wasn't invited to anyone's wedding. I was here for my own wedding. I wore a wedding dress because I'm the real bride.
What kind of excuse is that? There's no way a 41-year-old hag can get married now. Don't be so delusional. You're so delusional that you came up with the shallow idea of stealing my groom. I ripped up your dress, so I guess you failed in your man-hunting attempts as a single 41-year-old. Now get the hell out of here.
I know. I guess I'll have to leave. My dress is in shreds. Can't go out in public like this. If it was just a small tear, I could have used a safety pin to hold it together. But it's been cut up beyond repair.
Too bad you can't get out of the single life. Without any difficulty, I overcame interference of a 41-year-old single hag, and I'm happily getting married to my boyfriend.
Do you really think you can get married?
Huh?
I don't care if you get hurt.
What? You have a grudge against me? This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women. I'm scared, so I'll ask my boyfriend to protect me. Oh, he's not my boyfriend anymore. He's my husband from today. He's a well-educated, promising, high-spec, handsome guy who has high expectations at his company despite his young age. We'll move into a high-security townhouse so that I'll be protected. You, as a 41-year-old single woman, should go live in a shabby apartment by yourself. See you later. What a thing to do to me! You're making it look like I'm the bad guy. The wedding was canceled and my husband broke off the engagement. How can you do this to me?
Oh my gosh, poor you. But I guess you deserved it, didn't you?
You've got to be kidding me. I was about to get rich, to marry a guy like him. You said something to my husband, didn't you? After you left, my husband's attitude suddenly changed. He started to look down on me.
You're not married, so he's not your husband.
Shut up. It's your fault because you were wearing a wedding dress. If we had known we were having our weddings at the same place.
Well, we just didn't know. It's as simple as that.
What?
My wedding was a small affair inviting only my family and close friends, so I didn't invite anyone from the company. You also invited only a few people that you're close to from other departments. And I guess you must have forgotten that I had made an announcement at the company that I was planning to get married, right?
Oh, you made an announcement?
Yes, I had.
Oh,
Those must have been the reasons why we both didn't realize that we were having our weddings at the same place.
It doesn't matter. My marriage...
Yelling to me won't solve anything.
You rented a new dress and continued with the wedding, didn't you? It's unfair that only you got married.
That was thanks to my husband, who had a quick wit. I thought it was no longer possible for me to continue with the wedding, but I was saved by my husband's business connections. He works in the TV business, so he has a lot of contacts with people in the costume rental industry. So he was able to get me a new dress right away.
Oh, TV business?
Well, I found out an interesting fact about that. The man who was supposed to be your husband, he's my husband's subordinate.
What? What does that mean?
I was surprised too. The grooms and the brides both work for the same companies.
No kidding.
I simply told my husband the truth. I told him that Samantha, my colleague, cut my dress to shreds. Then my husband got furious. He stormed over to your wedding's venue. That's when he found out that the groom was his subordinate. After that, the groom humbly apologized. You were not there for some reason, so you may not know about it.
I thought you were upset and burst in on my wedding, so I had to take refuge in the bathroom.
And when you went back to the groom announced the termination of the engagement. Huh. You were disrespectful to me, who was the wife of your groom's boss, so I guess it's only natural.
No way!
Oh, and by the way, I also told him that you were ranting about inviting a handsome guy from the marketing department to your wedding. I made sure to tell him.
Why did you say that? You didn't have to go to such lengths just because you resented me for being young. I don't care if your husband is a bigwig in the TV business or whatever. You two harassed me and my husband. You are an insidious couple. This is why I don't like elderly people.
Samantha.
What?
I was really scared when you cut up my wedding dress with scissors.
What?
Well, fortunately, I wasn't hurt. You will now be charged for the compensation to your ex-fiancé and cancellation fee for the wedding hall. Also, it seems that the wedding hall will charge you for the wedding dress I rented and you shredded. So I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but...
What?
Not only did you show no remorse, but you also acted like a victim, lashing back at me.
Excuse me?
I thought it wouldn't be good for you if I didn't make things clear. So I'm going to claim compensation from you.
No way!
Rumors of Samantha's tearing my dress to shreds and breaking off the engagement spread quickly throughout the company. She couldn't stand to be there any longer and voluntarily resigned a few weeks later. Rumor has it that her ex-fiancé also resigned from the TV station, and they are now both unemployed and struggling with compensation. However, I heard that Samantha is outnumbered by her ex-fiancé because her ex-fiancé had a rich family and was able to hire a good lawyer. The compensation I charged Samantha and the compensation for the damaged dress were paid in one lump sum. Samantha's family was not particularly wealthy, and she had no savings, so it was a mystery where she had come up with that kind of money, but it seemed that she had borrowed it from an underground money lender. She must have a hell of a life waiting for her from now on. Oh, by the way, I got married and took my husband's last name. Along with my maiden name, I will seal off this wedding incident and live happily with a fresh start.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.